So it was my birthday like a couple weeks ago, and I just turned 25. And I'm getting to that age where I'm actually an adult now and actually have responsibilities and gotta take out and gotta take care of people. But I thought, why not I share some lessons that I've learned throughout my life, that I've experienced, and kind of tell you guys on things you should do, things you should avoid, and we'll go with that. And I know you're wondering, who is this guy? Who does he think he is? Why does he have a hat indoors? He looks like a retard. And I'm gonna answer all of them except that last one because you just did. Rule number one, or lesson number one: if it takes 5 minutes to do something, do the something. This has really helped me pick up speed on knocking out things on my to-do list. If it takes less than 5 minutes to do, why not just do it now rather than later? Because it's just an extra thing on your mind for no reason, and it's way better to just get it out the way. This has helped me with everyday tasks. It's helped me with religion. It's helped me with work. If it takes less than 5 minutes to do, just do it there, and you can really get the ball rolling with other things. Number two, if you weren't invited, don't go. This isn't just related to going out with people, going to events, and that kind of stuff. It's more so about your own self-respect and kind of putting yourself in places where you shouldn't be. If you're supposed to be in that place, don't go to that place. You kind of don't want to force yourself around people that don't value your present and don't really want you there either. And it's just way more safer and way more better to look out for yourself, have own self-respect. And if you're invited, go. If you wasn't invited, don't go. Number three, elimination is way better than avoidance. If there's a hazard around you, it's way better to eliminate that entirely than to avoid it and control it. It's much more safer to rely on something not being there than on your own self-control. If there's something that you know you'll get into or something you can avoid, it's way better to get it out the way and removed rather than trying to control with it. This could be for an addiction, this could be for a bad habit, this could be for anything. If it's way better when it's eliminated. Number four, the 40% rule. So this is like a military thing, and I see a lot of like posts under David Goggins about the 40% rule. Essentially, what that means is whenever you're tired, you're actually at your 40, like your body's only at 40% of its full capabilities. You can always do more. You can always work harder. And when you do a task, looking back, you realize you can always work way harder than what you thought at the moment. I'll be doing a billion things at once, and then you soon become better and realize you can take on more and more things, and your mind will want to demand more, and it will not give up. So anytime you feel like your capacity, just remember you're only at 40%. Your body can. It's all in your mind that your mind can demand more from your body. Number five is the coin trick. I think a lot of you guys already know this rule, but if you can decide between two things, flip a coin. Let's just say heads is A, tails is B. When the coin is in midair, whatever you want the coin to land on, that's what you really want. So if you want to go outside or stay indoors, and while the coin is in the air, let's just say you want to go outside or stay indoors and you can't really decide, just flip a coin, and when the coin's about to drop, wherever your heart wants that side to show up as, that's your answer. That's where you should really go. Number six, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Everyone goes through different situations. It doesn't mean that your situation isn't any worse, but people go through a lot more worse things. And I know a lot of people that would trade their lives to be in the place of yours. So always be thankful for what you have and stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's going to slow you down. This victim mentality that everyone hates you, everything is going wrong. Just acknowledge it and move forward. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like a lot of the cards that you're dealt with, people are dealt with way worse. Life is responding to the cards you're dealt with. I think that's really the game of life. And just feeling sorry with the player and the life you have already. That's pathetic. Number six, failure is part of the process. I know that's super cliche. I'm gonna put a little twist on it. Anytime I'm doing anything difficult, let's just say I'm doing something that a lot of people are doing, and I get to a difficult spot, I like to think that at this spot, a lot of people would have gave up. And behind this spot and behind this block is something extremely successful. And that motivates me a lot to do it more. Let's just say if I'm following a tutorial or following a certain business idea or a plan and I get to a difficult spot, I like to think a lot of people gave up at this spot and a few successful people actually went through the hurdle. So I'm almost there. And failure, it just means you're one step closer to success. Number eight is time will pass anyways. So let's just say you're starting a task or starting a project and the timeline is 3 months. Those 3 months, whether you do it or not, are going to pass regardless. The 3 months are still going to happen. It's up to you to just go ahead in those 3 months and not look back at the time where you started with regret. That's the main point of it. So whether you take action or not, that time is going to happen regardless. We're going to get to that stage regardless. So don't think of it as a long time, or it's that time frame is mythical. It's going to happen. You're going to get there eventually. It's just to use that time frame for something. Number 9. Although karma is real, victory doesn't come to those that are kind or the most wicked. It comes to the most prepared. So being kind and sweet and nice is good. The universe will reward you some way. But for a specific task, being kind doesn't matter. If I'm playing a soccer game, being nice isn't going to reward me in any way compared to the guy that is mean, but he's putting those hours working at the gym. The nicest guy is the weights isn't gonna get easier. It's just the guy that was prepared to lift that weight. He's gonna get through it anyways. It doesn't mean to be mean. It just means to be prepared for everything on that actual task. Number 10, go to the gym. If you want to look good, you go to the gym. If you want to feel good, you go to the gym. If you want to meet other people, get good at discipline, and thank yourself in the long run, go to the gym. The gym isn't full of meatheads, and it's not. I used to think it was for specific people. I thought going to the gym was for a certain type of people. Everyone should go. Everyone can go as well. Number 11 is learn to fight. Everyone should know how to defend themselves. So defend themselves, defend their family, defend the person around them. It's the most basic level. You don't have to be a UFC champion, but at the most basic level, you should be able to be confident and go into a room thinking that if something ever went down, I'd be able to do the bare minimum is just protect myself and defend myself. Not necessarily win the fight, but you can stop a lot of the damage at least. At the very, very minimum, learn to fight. It'll teach you discipline, it'll teach you hard work, it'll teach you more about yourself and not about not giving up. Number 12, find a hobby. So not everything has to be productive or robotic. Find something you like to do. It's way better for your mental health, and I think it's actually way more productive to have a hobby. Reason being, it will calm you down a lot. It will give you something to look forward to. It's extremely healthy way of going about something. So it's something you like to do after done your main productive tasks. Number 13, the donkey, the father, and the son. So basically, this is a story where the donkey, the father, and the child go into town, and the first town they go through, the father sits on the donkey while the child is walking, and people in the town say, "Wow, this father is extremely inconsiderate that he's sitting on this donkey while his child has to walk everywhere." And that's what they noticed. They went to the second town, and this time the child sat on the donkey while the father walked. People in the town said, "What a selfish child, making his father walk while the son gets to cool off and relax on top of the donkey and go through the town." On the third town, the father and the son sat on the donkey, and the people in the town said, "Wow, these guys are extremely abusive, sitting on the donkey and making the donkey work while they could have just walked themselves." And in the fourth town, neither the father and the son sat on the donkey, and people said, "Wow, they have this whole donkey to sit on, and they're wasting this resource. Wouldn't it just be easier if they sat on it and went through the town like this?" All of the stories, regardless of what you do, people are gonna talk trash regardless. They're gonna talk bad about you regardless. So why not just do what you want to do? Like, if you do whatever they say and they still have a problem, why not just do what you want? 'Cause you're gonna have a problem regardless. Might as well get a reward from it. Number 14, don't disrespect yourself. And don't make a joke out of yourself in front of others. So there'll be many times where people will make self-depreciating jokes about themselves in front of others just so they can have a laugh about it because they have nothing else to talk about. I know that's funny and all, be light and be humorous, but don't make that a thing all the time. If that's how people are gonna perceive you. If you don't rate yourself, no one's gonna rate you either. And that's not really being relating. That's not really being productive. That's just putting yourself down and putting yourself in a bad spot. People are going to bring up those flaws later. Number 15, find God. Faith in God and provides such a structure to your life. It provides such stability, provides such happiness, provides such relief to yourself. No matter what's going on, just going back to the prayer mat, going back to the holy book, remembering God just makes you feel so much better, and it really feels like someone's in control. That no matter what's happening, I have such this amazing being looking out for me, and it gives you so much peace. Nothing in this world is permanent, we're all we're all looking forward to the afterlife where everything is eternal. It's like, imagine having an exam and you have to prep for a little time. Why not just go through that little struggle early on and really focus on that exam where later on you can enjoy as much as you want? That's where the real fun. Number 16, a bad episode doesn't mean the season is bad. What that means is, just because one day has gone bad, doesn't mean everything's gone bad. Doesn't mean the week is gone bad. Doesn't mean the month is going bad. One bad day doesn't define everything. Nor does a bad moment. If you have a bad moment, don't just chuck off the entire day then. for over that bad moment. Really acknowledge that event happened and keep going forward. And on a similar note, let's just say, for example, I have a doctor's appointment at 3. The biggest mistake I would do is not doing anything until after the doctor's appointment. I have such a full day ahead of it. Why would I ruin the whole day over an event after? Why not just why does the day have to start later? Why does the day have to start fresh on a new event? Why can't it start better now? You know what I mean? So don't one bad scene doesn't mean the whole movie is bad. One bad game in your season doesn't mean the whole season is trash. Just make use of the time after. Number 17, think with this head, not with that one. Basically, what that means is just make all your, you know what I mean, boys. Just make all the wise decisions. Don't think with your other head. Like, it put you in places where you don't need to be. You'll make dumb mistakes. Just think with this one and believe with this. The rest of your body isn't important. Number 18, don't embarrass others. And this is a really specific scenario, but if you're with your friends and you meet a mutual friend group or someone new, you wouldn't want to embarrass them just for you to fit in. Like, that's why would you ruin your day one? Like, why would you mess with your day ones just to make everyone else feel happy? You should be looking out for them first. And additionally, if someone has any flaws, don't mention in front of others. If you have a problem, mention it one on one behind closed doors. And if you need other people to intervene, then you would go with that. Don't just put all the issues in front of everyone. It's just a bad look on you. Number 19, you like what you like. You know, if I like a show, if I like a person, if I like something to eat, unless it's harmful for me and it's actually something negative, why do I care if if you have a problem with what I like? If I like this food, why do you care, dog? It's not hurting you. If I like this certain activity, I know, and if it's not harmful for me, if I like this sport better than the other one, why do you have a problem with it? Number 20, FOMO isn't real. So I used to work odd jobs, and I would have weird timing structures. I'd be busy with school, and I would be able to hang out with my friends. Bless them, they would make time for me after work. They would delay things or try meeting me before. They'd pick me up from work so we wouldn't waste time. They'd always look out for me. But there'd be times where I would miss important events, important dinners, important birthdays because I just couldn't take work off or just something comes in the way like that. And I used to get FOMO, like, damn, these guys are going crazy. These are having fun. They're putting messages and pictures in the group chat. But then I saw a video where a guy's talking about how FOMO isn't real. What he means is those other events isn't part of your life. Like, he says there's a billion things going on around the world. There's a party in Brazil. There's a meeting in Botswana. There's a party in France. There's another event going on in New York. Like, that's not your life. I don't care about those events happening. Why do I care about other events happening? That isn't part of my life, and that isn't meant to be me. That isn't meant to be for me. FOMO just isn't real. I'm not missing out on anything because that's not my life. Number 22, should have brought this up earlier, but any sort of good consistency will always beat intensity. So showing up 4 out of 7 days a week to an event, like any task, is way better than 2 hardcore days out of 7. Like in the gym or work on your business, those 4 days will add up way longer. Consistency isn't 100% every single day. Consistency, first of all, it's putting something in that glass of water every single day. I watch a lot of Diamond Gym, and Unk talks about how if you have 20% in the tank and you give that 20% 100%, then you're giving 100%. But give that 20% every day. Number 23 is about saving money. Learn to invest, learn to save money, learn to budget, learn to really prioritize all this. There's a lot of people, I know we don't like to say, but at the end of the day, we're all working for money. We always do everything for money. Like, I know there's some personal goals and hobbies and that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, give me $1 billion and I'll show you a smile that you've never seen before. You know what I mean? Even a small amount saved every day consistently is much more important. It's much more valuable. Learn to invest, learn about stocks, learn about market. I got into recently and I'm thinking, I wish I knew this before. Imagine how far ahead I could have been. Because like I said, that time passed regardless. Those times of learning has would have passed regardless. But now I'm going to use this time now to learn about these kind of things. And 24, learn how you learn. Not everyone learns the same way. Find your own learning style of things. So some people are visual learners. They like to see everything laid out. Some people are audible learners. Some people are hands-on learners. Learn how you learn because not everyone learns that way. Find your own style. I find I'm more a visual learner. I need to see process. Even if I don't remember a name, I want to see it written down first because I feel like that just helps me remember it way more. Find it because learning how you learn will save a lot of time later on. But if you know how you learn, you can target that learning style much better and much quicker. And yeah, I hope you guys went like these life lessons. And maybe there's something you could take from it. But yeah. Oh, you might have noticed I went to 24 rather than 25. The 25th, forgot to say, the 25th lesson is
تحيا فلسطين وعاشت فلسطين وعاشوا ناس غزة رحمكم الله. تحيا غزة تحيا فلسطين. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.